again. I will tape 6.
Woo!
That's pretty low jewelry.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Who are you? You can say it to me or you can say it to the camera. Up to you.
Okay. So my name is Grete. I'm a singer-songwriter and I'm a musician. I'm 23. I'm from Lithuania, but I've lived here in Manchester for the past 5 years. Went to RNCM, same as you, and graduated last year. And this is my first year out of uni. And I've just been gigging, writing, releasing, collaborating, doing different type of shows, and trying to just look all for like different types of jobs in the music industry, to just be in the industry, because there's so much to do. Like there's just, you can do so many different areas and still enjoy yourself.
What other stuff do you do then? So obviously I know you sing. Is it all kind of based around singing, or do you do other things?
So for the like people that do original artist thing, like everyone knows that in the beginning it's just you doing, you know, being the manager, being the admin for yourself and stuff. So I do a lot of like research on just how to get my music bigger and better than I did last time. So a lot of emailing, a lot of like admin stuff. Then I do songwriting, production. I do it with my drummer and producer Sam Cooper. You know,
I think I met him when we recorded. Was it that guy?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we produced together, but my goal is to like get that good to do it all by myself. Maybe not the mixing and mastering. I don't really want to get into that. But then a little bit of like arranging. I really want to get into arranging for like choirs or something. I love doing like different harmonies and stuff. So like creating that for other people, or for like projects for choirs and stuff like that. Just doing a lot of different types of gigs. Just got a residency with Escape to Free Island to do like really like today's type of music. So like Sabrina Carpenter, Chapel Roan, like everything that's playing on the radio now. Every Thursday, starting in like the next 2 weeks over the whole summer. So that will be really fun, and just doing it with your friends and just doing the songs that you love and you hear all the time, not the, you know, the regular function wedding type of music that we're all sick of now. That's sort of what I do now.
Wow, that's so much. Oh my god, that's so cool.
It's fun. It sounds a lot, but it gets to a point where sometimes just like you're doing nothing one day and then you're doing everything the other day. Like at the minute, I think for a lot of people, May, not only because of uni, but like April and May, getting into summer is so much of everything. The gigs start coming up, different projects are starting to rise for summer and things like that.
I always find is like, as musicians, you never really have time to like process a gig before you go into the next one, even if it was like really emotionally involved. Like you finish it and like you've worked I don't know how many hours for it, and then it's over in like an hour, and then you're like next day you're like, okay, right, next thing. It's never fully.
It's a shame sometimes. It's like, well, I didn't even get to like enjoy it and be in the moment because it went so quickly. Like I remember the RNCM session orchestra thing was like, felt like 2 minutes. That's it.
How was it? Because I didn't get to come and watch because I was busy on that day.
Awesome.
Was it good?
It was awesome, yeah. Just hearing your songs with an orchestra was great, and the band was awesome. They were like, when I listened to the recordings, because they recorded everything professionally and filmed everything professionally, and I made so many mistakes. Like my voice just sounds very raw, like there's no effect on it. But there was some sort of reverb. I don't know, maybe when they mixed it, they didn't add much. And then the band made it feel like funny. Like it sounded amazing in general, but when you get into detail, like Andy like brought the orchestra, I think early 4 bars or something like that.
No.
It almost fell apart. I was like, and it was the first song.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
okay.
this is it. This is it. We're gonna have to start again or something. I don't know. What do you do? But he somehow maybe got it that like, oh, this is not the place. Yeah, but that was awesome. And just the big crowd, the theatre moment, and doing your own songs. I think that was the best part.
Yeah, because obviously you've done like the regular session orchestras before, but it's
just one, I think.
Yeah. Have you only done one?
Yes.
Was that?
That was the first one that came back after COVID.
In your second year?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing you in that one and I was like, whoa.
I was like so convinced I might not get it because the competition for then it was crazy. It was like all the best singers.
It was the first one after COVID.
Yeah. And everyone wanted to go. So a lot of people auditioned and I was really ill just before the audition. Really ill. And the songs were like Defying Gravity.
But you've always had like insane like vocal. I remember watching your recital last year and the entire time it was, I can't remember who was sitting next to me, but both of us were like, oh my god, the entire way through.
Oh, thank you so much. I really I'm really scared for the future because I want to maintain my voice like that, which means if you want to, have those high notes, you need to say no to so many things.
Really? Like what? Sorry.
And I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like all the partying, like all of the different type of things.
Those kind of things.
Just you can't really do. I still do. Like I do drink alcohol. Like I can't help it. But if I wanted to, really healthy, to have a really healthy voice and stuff, should have none. Now before the show tomorrow, I haven't drank for, it doesn't sound a lot, 2 weeks, but like before my recital I did like 6 weeks or something like that, and it's worth it in the end because you can hear the difference. Also the like practicing every single day, singing a lot every single day is really helpful if you do it like healthy way.
Yeah, that's always something I don't envy, like because like all my singer friends, as soon as they get cold as well, they're like, oh,
that's it,
can't do anything, and I have a cold and I'm sniffing, they're playing the viola, but it's still fine.
Yeah, that's just so bad. I still haven't like really depth out no, what's the word for like to find a depth for a gig I'm doing. I once depped being ill for someone, so they asked me to dep because they were ill, and it's like a really good singer, like in Manchester, one of the like top session players. So I was like, well, I need to do it, and I'm really sick, so I need to get well in like 2 days. It was the biggest nightmare of my life. The gig it went fine. No one noticed it, no one cared, but I wanted to cry all the way through because I was singing like 20% of my voice, like mostly in falsetto, but people don't care. People are drunk. They're like shout the songs and as long as they hear the beat, it's fine.
Do you have really good like remedies for when you're ill then into getting better?
I did like my end of uni essay was about like I did research into that. I didn't really. Yes, I did like look up a lot how to do it because I needed it. But nothing really works. You can't just magically get your voice back because there's different ways to get ill. Like sometimes I get ill and my voice is completely unaffected. It's just like could be just the nose or something like that.
Oh,
but wow, could be nothing, but you just feel really bad and it's just your voice and you can't. A lot of people get that from like tiredness, I was ill not long ago and then sort of got better, had a gig, had like a 9-hour bus journey. My voice was gone the next day. It's really strange how it works, but it's all to do with your like body and hormones and everything.
I have no clue. So again, I just kind of get out and play, so that's one thing. So okay, growing up, did you have any nicknames, or like if you were to give yourself one, would you have?
I think my name is already like a nickname because that's not really what my name is, Grete.
Is it not?
Yeah,
Oh wow,
it's
okay.
so I made like an English version.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But my friend used to like my best friend. She shortens every single name, even if it's like super short. And my name is quite short in Lithuanian. It's just 2 syllables.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just shorten it to Grete. And I was like, might as well just use that for England because no one would pronounce my name. It would just be so bad. It's already bad. Like I already say my name, and they're like, I'm like, where's that from?
I was gonna ask you what's like your.
It's Grete.
Oh, that's so pretty, but yeah.
No, it's not. I used to always be so embarrassed of my name. I used to literally in Lithuania. It's not even common there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very rare name. My mom thought of it because it. Where did she find it, actually? She was just looking for a like nice name, and it's like from Egyptian translated to Pearl.
Oh,
Like that.
that's so nice.
But I was literally, I think, like the only one, or there were 2 people in the whole Lithuania that were named that. So even back home, every time I would say my name, people would get it wrong. They'd be like confused. When I was young, I was like, when I would meet someone I know I'm not gonna meet again, I would just say a different name because I was just embarrassed of it. Like, because people would say like, oh, it rhymes with sour cream and buckwheat in Lithuanian.
Yeah.
1, it didn't.
Yeah.
2, like no one wants to be, so
sour cream
with sour cream.
Yeah.
So coming here, I was like, I need to do something about it. But yeah, even now, it's like every time it starts the conversation, I say my name and they're like, oh, where's that from? And I'm, well, from Lithuania.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's quite a like cool conversation start.
I think it sounds really nice.
Thank you.
But I also understand that basically everyone in the UK would be like, what? And then
yeah. But maybe not in a bad way. I don't know.
No, it's just because it's not in our like.
Yeah. I know.
Vocal.
I know. I really like your name as well.
Oh, thank you.
Really pretty.
I think I don't need to talk about myself, but because it's a French name, but it's not. So if you spell Jeanette like in the French way, there are 2 N's, but mine only has 1 N.
Right.
I'm not sure why. I don't even know why my parents chose Jeanette.
Does it mean anything?
I don't think so. I know my Chinese name has meaning, but I think it's because my dad's name begins with a K. My mum's name begins with an I. So like, oh, IJK, like in the alphabet. So they wanted me to have a J. I think if I was a boy, I think I was going to be called. It was either Josh or Joseph, like typical
standard
J names. I think I was also almost going to be called Joyce, but I'm very glad they didn't call me Joyce because I feel like
it's quite nice.
It's a nice name, but I feel like there are a lot of
quite common,
especially Chinese, Chinese kids whose parents have moved to like an English-speaking country, and they're like, any J name. Oh, Joyce is nice. But I don't really know many people with the name Jeanette. It's also quite an old name in general. I don't
really pretty.
I think the only people I know called Jeanette are like in their 60s now. So maybe I'm actually just 60.
Is it a thing in England as well? Like some of the names just sound like for adult or old people, and some of the names are only for kids. Like I cannot imagine my name when I'm like 80. That's just gonna be weird. And then like I can't imagine, I don't know, like my grandma's name when she was like 3 or 4. Like that's just so weird.
Yeah. Well, see, I went by J like for like when I was 11 to like 15, because I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But like, I could not imagine a baby called Gary. Like Gary is 100% like a 50-year-old man with a pot belly.
Or like Stuart. For me, like Stuart.
Yeah, a baby. Actually, I think a baby called Stuart would be cute.
Baby Stuart. Maybe.
Yeah, like with a little. It reminds me of what's that film with the mouse?
Oh, I hate that one Stuart Little,
That's
yeah.
oh, that of course it was with that. Yeah,
I hate that movie for some reason. I think just the translation in Lithuanian was like just no, was just super cringe and like no, and I just didn't like the actual thing. I don't know why. I just have like a big like
really
no moment for it.
I haven't seen it in probably years. I can't. I might have to watch.
It'd be on TV
again.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, going back to music, what kind of influences do you have? Because I feel like your music, I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of shifting to other directions, and it's shifting even more now. After this music that I just released, it's gonna be completely different again.
Really?
Yeah, because so talking about influences, there's influences that I feel like I'm saying influences so many times. There's three people I would say, like a few artists that influence me to write music, like that actually inspire me. So I really love The Weeknd. A lot of people laugh at that, but I'm the biggest fan of The Weeknd. Then there's this R&B singer, Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, I don't know.
She's awesome. Check her out. Unreal vocals, like R&B feel, incredible riffs and runs. And then Yaba, like who doesn't get inspired by her music? So those three people are the ones that inspire me to write, but my music doesn't actually sound like them.
No. Yeah.
So my first EP that I released last summer, Grete, was like quite jazzy, quite like harmonically cool, like quite musician-y, I would say. Not for like all of my friends, you know, back home that aren't musicians didn't really get it because like it's not really the pop sort of thing that you can dance to. But it was a type of music that like I don't know, it was a lot about like heartbreaks. This boy doesn't love me, blah blah blah. You hurt, you like broke my heart, whatever. And like listening to artists like, you know, Maro, this Portuguese.
No, how do you spell?
Also unreal. Maro, all capitals. But like her early stuff, I heard this one album. I think it's called "It's Okay" or "I'm Okay," and it's just guitar and her vocals. They sound like there's so much stuff on it, but her bare vocals are so like breathy and it's beautiful. Everyone like that I recommend fall in love. So you should check her out. But yeah, her earlier stuff is like quite like jazzy, like with the band. And then this album that I'm talking about is literally either guitar or piano and her and some like cool production stuff, like little mini things. So I went to Sam with that idea. I want that. I want like the music, you know, the like live band or just the piano and my vocals, no auto-tune. Used to be like, don't put any auto-tune because it was just that type of music. It needed to be raw and like every little note that would go like flat or sharp was like intentional a little bit. And let's put like some cool production on it, you know, like some little details, some little glitches, some blah blah. And while I was releasing that last year, I was writing new music, which was in my last year, and I just got the bass guitar, so I wanted to like write a lot on like just bass lines, groovy stuff. I started to listen to a lot of R&B, like Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, and Eliza, this girl, and yeah, then the music was like a lot like that. It's just really depending on what I listen to in the moment, what's the sort of era in my world. And I feel like every year it changes a lot, which is a bit risky to, you know, find the audience that would love all the types of music I am and I will be doing. But at the same time, I'm trying to like, you know, stay true to myself and like write what I like, what I enjoy, what speaks to me. I'm not trying to please someone. you know, my parents are a bit like, they're really proud of what I'm doing, and they're like, oh, you could be doing it like, you know, the easy way, just the like pop stuff, and like go back to Lithuania, write pop Lithuanian songs, and then it would be great. But I would be doing it for other people to get somewhere, not for myself. I want to do it like my way. And yeah, so the stuff I'm doing now is quite heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like even because I think one of my favorite songs on the Grete album was "With You," and I was like, "Whoa, love that!"
That was the first song. That was the first song I've ever written.
I love that song so much.
Thanks.
And then obviously you've had Different come out recently, which is very different.
Yeah.
But I feel like it all still feels like you.
Yeah, I feel like it maintains that, like, I really like the sort of untraditional harmony, or even if it stays with two chords, the bridge would have some, you know, cool harmony. Or then the vocal melody does some like really clash, you know, on a simple chord, just because that's the way it works for me. I love it like that.
I love it as well.
And then the thing is, I don't really know theory that well. I'm getting much better at it now, but we always sit down with Charlie, the keys player. He's really good in theory and everything. So he just explains to me like, oh, you did this in here, that's so good, like this chord works so well in here, and then this note is so clashy, it's like the this and that. And like, that's so cool. I did that. But most of it is just from my ear and like what I'm hearing. I hear that it's like not in the chord, not completely right, but yeah, that's the way I want it to be.
Yeah, no, but I think it's good that way, because then I think it's also, I mean, it's cool when people use it with theory, but then I feel like if they only use theory, it feels too textbook almost, whereas you do it just feeling.
Some people find the way to do it really tastefully, and it's like, oh God, like Daisy's music. I'm just every time I hear that, it's just like, wow. And she knows what she's doing. Like, I think she's pretty good in theory, so she does it intentionally, and it's just awesome. It's just so tasteful.
Yeah, but she also like feels it as well.
Yeah.
Which is something I think is really nice.
Yeah. And there's great examples like that. I can't name someone now, but like there's people that are very intelligent in theory, and they somehow make it so tasteful that it doesn't feel like, oh, it's because this will work on the next. Yeah.
I wish I was good at theory.
Me too. But then people say if you are, then you lose that, you know, perspective, or like of like not knowing what's happening and just going for it, because sometimes you just literally come up with something that has never been done because you don't know where it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
I think With You was a big example of that. I was just like experimenting with chords, and Charlie was like, oh my God, that chord is like, that's so out of nowhere, like no one would think of that, but it works. And yeah, I'm really happy about that song, because I did writing before, but it was always just bad and just not great. And that was the first one that I was like, really, okay, this is something. I'll need to work on this one. Yeah, and I really wanted to invest in it, to be like, because your first song, I feel like it means so much to you. So I went to like a professional studio, recorded it professionally, filmed it with like a videographer to do like a little music video behind the scenes sort of thing.
I love the music video of that.
Thank you. So good. Thank you. Yeah, it was just a great day, you know, just the recording thing. Because when you do it at home, or, you know, in some other studios, like get the musicians different days, it's a bit different than just having a day in a studio, and a nice studio.
Yeah. It makes such a difference.
Oh, honestly. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I was obsessed with that song for like a while. It made it to like my top.
Wow.
Like something for like 8, because I would just listen to it on repeat. And I always got really annoyed by how short it was, even like, it's not,
it is quite short. Yeah,
it's not super short, but it's shorter than, because again, I just kept listening to it for ages.
I never knew that. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so
thank you so much.
Now you know.
Yeah. I think when musicians that you also, you know, look up to or get inspired, and like their talent, and then they say they like music, that's just like something different.
It always feels so nice.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm sad about is because I've never seen you sing it live, like ever. Did you do it in your third year?
I did it in my third year.
Yeah,
I didn't the session orchestra. Yeah, a few times, but not, yeah. It sounds even bigger live, I feel like, because then the band can really feel it out. Yeah. Even doing it with tracks still works somehow, because the instrumental, it really grows. And
Well, I think some of my favorite things in it is also, oh my god, I think Dan on the bass. Oh my god. Every time I listen to that song, like in the last chorus when he goes up, it's like literally, I can hear it in my head. It's like my favorite bit ever.
He's done it with quite a few songs, like in Different as well.
Oh, is he on Different? I didn't know actually. Yeah.
I think he's on all of them unless there's like a synth bass. Yeah, he's on all of them so far. But maybe I'm gonna be on them.
I was gonna say, would you play bass on yours?
I write the parts. Most of them I just, especially now, the R&B ones as well, like I write the part and then I bring it to him, and then he does a little bit of his thing, and I always ask for him like, do overplay, because I want like some of those riffs in there. So in Different, he does like, just, it's so tasteful. How we record it, I ask him to do it like straight, and then I ask him to do it like, go for it, like just go for it, do whatever you want, and then you like comp it, those like little things into something awesome.
Yeah, he's also just insane as well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was gonna ask you about something. What was I gonna ask you about?
Original music.
I'm trying to think. What we were literally just talking about bass.
Yeah.
Dan comping.
Oh yeah, you said would I play?
Oh
bass?
yeah.
So I'm trying to practice it, just doing my own songs. Especially the first stuff is it's difficult. The parts are really difficult. There's a lot of chords, and then it completely doesn't go with the singing. They're just not in sync, in some sort of groove together.
Yeah.
I read like, what's the woman, Esperanza?
Yeah, I don't understand how she does it. It's incredible.
It's so hard, because like, I understand when you can play guitar or piano sometimes when it's together with the vocals and it just goes, but the bass most of the time is completely different groove to what you sing. So I'm trying to get there. It's difficult, and it's taken a long time, and I'm doing it all by myself. I don't have a teacher, so like, and then there's so many things on top that you also want to do. I want to get better at piano, I want to start learning guitar and stuff like that. I want to get better at production, at songwriting, and blah blah blah, and then there's gigs, whatever. So there's not enough time to really invest in it to get as good as I'd like to. But my goal is to play a gig on bass. I'm doing a gig possibly in Lithuania, in like this big jazz club in autumn. I haven't booked it or anything, but that's in my, because I started writing in Lithuanian a little bit now, and I never did it before. I just thought that, I don't really know why I didn't. I just never tried, never gave it a go. And now I did, and I really like it. It feels like there's so much to say, because maybe I haven't said anything in that language, like in songwriting before. But also, maybe it's just easier because so many words rhyme. It's crazy. You can make any word sort of rhyme into the other one, because it's just a very different language, Lithuanian. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I've written 2 songs in Lithuanian. I'm planning to release them and then do like a little bigger gig in Lithuania. And maybe if I get better by that time, maybe play bass myself.
That's so cool.
but it would feel like, I don't know, it feels like it takes away. Then I can't focus on just my singing and being, awesome at that. I need to really lock in there and be like in my recital. I did 2 songs and on bass, and I practiced them for so long, and they're not hard parts. They're really not. But I just wanted to push myself. I just wanted to try something that's not just singing. That I wanted to be scared a little bit, and I was really scared. And I was using Dan gave me his like Helix little pedal that you can tune it, and I haven't used it ever before. That was the first time I used it. So like that took so long to figure out on stage. So I think they like marked me down for that and stuff, for like wasting time on stage.
Oh, that does okay. But that's just RNCM being silly.
The person that marked me was just not, or like commented on everything, was just not really happy with things. Like said good screamer, good like shouter or something like that. Not like good belting or something like that, or like good technique, good screamer. I don't know.
Is that good? Mean?
Yeah, but not everyone likes that.
Well, I remember there was someone's recital like a few years ago. I won't say who it is, but like they were insane. That recital was beautiful, was gorgeous. And one of the feedback from the panel was didn't like your original stuff, and that was it. And I thought that was,
how can you do that?
Crazy. And they were like, yeah, the original stuff didn't fit into the rest of the set, which I thought was an absolute lie. I thought it was like the perfect combo. And they are also
that someone from Popcast, or is that
Popcast? I think they're an incredible musician and everything, and I just thought that was insane. But anyways, off topic. But I think you write really good parts, because when we did the recording at the Yard and you wrote the string parts for that song.
Yes,
I can't remember what song.
That was my first time writing on. It's just all from my ear. I feel like if I knew what I'm doing more, there's like a big story about this as well, about the knowing theory and being like in a room full of like keys players or composers, and that know a lot about theory and can all speak in the same language, and then you're the person that's actually written, and you can't really explain it because you don't have that vocabulary. You get sort of overlooked, and then they don't. I don't know. Like there's a lot to go on that topic, but what was I gonna say? What was your question?
I just really enjoyed your string parts. That was it.
Oh yeah, thank you. It was it's just from my ear. I was trying it for the first time. I was like, right, I'm gonna see how it goes. If it's not good, I'm gonna go to Charlie, who's gonna help. If that's not good, like I'm gonna come to you, and it worked out.
No, I thought they were really good. I think I'm quite judgmental on string parts, just because I'm obviously a string player. So I think I know I'm quite judgmental. Maybe I should not be so judgmental. But I feel like then when I do compliment someone, it's like it means more.
Yeah,
I guess in a sense.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I thought it was like written really, really well.
Wow.
I enjoyed it.
I think the song itself, like I really resonate with that song that we recorded, and
is it released? No, it's not.
So it's not gonna be a single. It's just gonna be my EP. That's coming on the 23rd of May.
Hold on, this is when this is gonna get posted. I think this is gonna get posted on the
maybe even right before.
I think it's right after.
Oh, right after. Okay, cool.
So it means go and listen to it.
Yeah,
basically,
please.
I think this is going to be posted on the 1st of June, so it'll literally be like
awesome.
The week later.
Yeah.
So
I've just like posted it on like DistroKid and everything. I was really struggling with the name, but got it now, and I really like it. But yeah, that song is just like there's a lot of emotion in that song, and I feel like those string parts sort of just came. I think the first thing was your part that I wrote.
Oh, what can I say?
Can you believe that? Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I'm a bit biased, but it actually
honestly
was great.
Almost better than cello. I say it's better, but sometimes just hearing the cello play by itself in like a big room, I'd say it's a killer.
Fairs.
Would you not say?
I mean, I think I'm biased there.
Yeah.
But because I mean, cello is obviously a much bigger instrument, so it means it can fill out so much better.
Yeah.
And I think viola is actually quite a difficult instrument, I would say, just because violin obviously it's high, so you can kind of cut through everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cello is quite low and it's bigger, so it kind of cuts through as well.
Yeah.
Whereas viola, it's small. It's smaller than a cello, and it's also it sits in that middle range. Yeah. So sometimes it's really hard to
come through.
Yeah. So I would
but
say
it does it does those nicest parts, like the alto parts that are usually the trickiest ones or the most boring ones, but the most like effective pedal things that you just need in the middle.
Yeah, I always put the most interesting notes in the viola part, just because if it sits in the violin and cello, it's too obvious. Whereas if it's in the middle, it's like what is that?
I like that. Yeah, you were really great with when we were recording the stuff on different. Like, you were just like, okay, this.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay, next one.
I also thought the parts on that was great. It's like what you had already.
I think
those were sick.
I think me and Sam were just like, let's do this card, let's do this card, this card. But you were really creative with it.
Oh, thanks. I like that. I can hear the ending bit.
Yeah, I think we put the ding 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 those ones very like low in the mix because it was a bit too. Something with it wasn't right, so we put it like really low in the mix. It's still there, and you can hear it come like louder. Later.
But I think it works where it is. I think if there's any more, it'd be a bit like jarring. But
the ending is beautiful.
I forgot what we did at the end. So when I listened to it, I was like, oh, that's me.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I had lots of fun recording that as well.
Yeah. Just recording is fun, isn't it?
I love recording. I think also just working with. I actually love working with like pop people, just because it's just a different.
It's a lot of creative stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of coming with stuff on the spot, and if you're good at that, which you are, it's super fun because it can get like, if people are scared to improvise and try something that might not work, then it's gonna be a bit uncomfortable and scary.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, with the jazz improv lessons, that used to be so scary, but the results from that are incredible because sometimes you just find the notes that you never thought actually exist in the chord or something like that. But yeah, improvising is cool and being creative and
So going back to gigging, what do you think has been your favorite gig? It can be recently, or it could be like ever, or like maybe not necessarily like favorite in terms of how it went, but just like feeling.
It was definitely the session orchestra.
Really?
The original one. I mean, the other one was incredible as well, but doing your own stuff is a bit different, I think. Yeah, definitely that one. It was just doing it to a big crowd, on a big stage, feeling confident in your music. The music worked really well with an orchestra. We wanted a bigger one. We wanted like tubas and stuff like that, but they made like a small section. It was also like the last performance of the night, so like with the ending song, we were like,
what was the last song?
Because the one that has like it gets really big in the end, and it did with an orchestra with like a Barry sax.
Oh my god! I'm actually so gutted. I have to watch it back on eStream.
Well, it's on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
It's on my YouTube channel.
Who else is?
But I'm not really happy with the recordings because you will hear a lot of stuff. Oh, like the strings were like really funny in one song, but I mean the guys worked on the song for like 2 rehearsals, one rehearsal really. So like I so get it. I don't understand why they don't. I guess everyone's busy at that time, but they weren't. It was June. I don't know, but they just didn't give them at all any time to look through it. I don't know how you work with other stuff. Do you like have more rehearsals sometimes, or is it literally one rehearsal or no rehearsals? And
I think it depends on the project. I feel like usually because, well, session orchestra, especially from the classical point of view, is like
you come and play.
We come and play, and also the parts aren't hard. Like
Yeah,
we literally just come, sit down, do whatever. So like the whole mixing, recording, balancing isn't something we think about because we just sit there, play some quavers, and then go.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I used to think all the time, and I still kind of think that. But obviously, because I've worked with so many pop people recently, and like learning more about the other side of things, it's like, oh, it makes sense to have more rehearsals. But then from a player point of view, I'm like, we don't need it.
No,
so it's,
yeah, I get you. When we do like function stuff, like and the weddings, you just come and you play with people you don't know. Sometimes songs that you didn't know before, you just learned for this time. But like for example, now when we're doing this gig, in Escape to Free Island, the like really pop, like today's type of songs, it's really hard because it's so electronic and like the parts they're just not made for live. So you sort of need a rehearsal every single time we play because we're going to be doing like new songs every week. But you can't just go like to a rehearsal every week. Now we have to like pay for rehearsal space and everything. So it's just waste a lot of time. So we'll see how it's gonna go without any rehearsals, because there's stuff that you can play without anything, and then there's stuff that's really tricky, and you need at least to have that conversation, like who covers what part and everything.
Yeah, that's not even something I would think about. I mean, I feel like this is another massive wormhole which we won't go into, but like music these days being produced for like as like, hold on, how do I say this? Like people writing music as the recorded version, not as a live version, but that's just due to the nature of like streaming and all that stuff. But we're not going to go into that because I feel like that's a very, very long topic.
It is.
On that note, do you want to do the what's in my bag? So, okay, you're going to have to explain that you don't usually.
Okay, so I do love bags. I love having like different type of bags. I love this bag.
I was going to say, it's a very nice bag.
Thank you. I think I have like 4 or 5 different like color ones, and sometimes you need gold, sometimes you need silver, and whatever. But I don't really carry anything. So
when you go,
well, I just have it in my pockets. Like if I go out or
okay.
something, it's just like keys in one pocket, phone in the other one. Because what else do I need?
That's it?
Well, yeah.
Whoa.
Well, what else do you? Because on my phone, my ID is on the other side. You can pay with your phone. Keys to go in, obviously. Then maybe lipstick sometimes, but that goes in my pocket as well.
Oh my god, we're completely different.
Really?
I have this. So I've never done a what's in my bag or reveal in any of these videos.
Well, but tell me. Yeah.
I have a little pouch so I have a bag within a bag. It's like a little, like almost like a makeup bag. Ish. In there, I've got paracetamol, mirror, gum, hand sanitizer, hand cream, pencil, in-ears, lipstick. What else do I have? This little thing that goes with my keypad for my laptop, and that goes everywhere with me without fail.
I mean,
and a hairbrush.
You do, and like sometimes you get in situations that you do need those things.
Well, this morning I was with Ruby, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm in pain." And I was like, "Painkillers?" And that was it.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it is useful to have that,
but it is also, I mean, because I like to carry it everywhere with me. Because I feel like on the days when unless I'm like popping out really quickly, but on the days where I don't carry it, I then suddenly need stuff from there, and I'm like, But most days I don't actually use anything from there.
I think if I go somewhere, I'm not bringing anything because I'm probably just coming back home after the gym or after, I don't know, rehearsal, after this and that. If I'm going for like a longer time where it's going to be a few different things happening in the city or something like that, then I take a backpack with like, water, microphone if I need it, a little like tote bag if I'm doing shopping, wallet. I don't even carry a wallet here.
Really? Okay,
No?
right. So
Okay.
this is
So
phone.
it's empty. I'm telling you. Then
Oh my god, lip combo.
lipstick.
What's your lip combo?
So this is L'Oreal. But I bought the Kylie Jenner like little lip kit. I really like the colors and everything. I don't know why I used this one this time, but yeah, it's great, but it's a bit overrated maybe. It doesn't stay that much. Like
Really?
people say.
The Refy lip liners do not move. By the way,
Which ones?
Refy. Refy. I think they're like £16.
Oh, like Revive? I maybe call them.
No,
Revive?
it's Refy. Like Refy. REFI. It's in Selfridges, or you can go online.
Okay.
Does not move anywhere. So
like lip liner or lipstick and lip
liner.
Oh right.
But it does not go anywhere.
I love that. But you need a lipstick that wouldn't go as well. I mean, the Kylie Jenner are alright, but it doesn't last all day.
The NYX suede matte lip creams. Can't remember how much they also don't go anywhere. I wear them all day and they're like stuck.
Yeah, that's good. I'll check them out.
Yeah.
There's everyone needs that.
I don't have one actually.
Is your phone like?
Too bad. I've got a USB-C phone, but even when I had a Lightning, I didn't have that.
I always used to carry that because I would, especially going to like a college where you like just want to
plug in. It's a good idea actually.
These are shit though. Like these are really bad. I had a really good one, then I left it in RNCM. Then I was sure someone stole it, and someone did. And then I found another one in the college. Maybe it was mine. It looked exactly like mine, and it was the original.
An eye for an eye. So
yeah, and now this is just from Amazon, and it's not
questionable.
That's it. That's all.
That's
some other cable, which I don't know why it's here. Some like industry offers, and then little.
Wow, that's like my night out bag. But I guess
yeah. Well, that's the only time I would bring it.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's pretty empty. I told you. So boring.
So actually, I want to ask as well because I feel like your outfits always in like they're so like. Also, I was looking at your Instagram before this. The bright pink suits you so well.
Really? Like the ones from the promo shots.
Yeah, and I was because you've got some photos in like desert or something, right? Like from a while back.
Yeah. How? So that's in Lithuania.
Yeah.
And so for my last EP, I was like, I want a photo shoot in the sea, like in the beach, not in the sea. And the photographer that I use, that I found from when I was in The Voice in Lithuania, so she was doing photos for that, and she's like a private photographer, like she just works for herself. And because I come to her quite often, not often, but just frequently, like once in a year, once in 2 years, whenever I need, promo shots. And she's from, like a beach resort. She lives in the beach resort. So I was like, I come to you, let's do a photo shoot in the beach. I want one look in like bright sun with this like, I don't know the word, reflective, like this little thingy, with a mirror, so that like a lot of things are like reflecting. The sun is bright, it's all like fierce and whatever. And then the other one with the sun going down. I was wearing this exact outfit.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're wearing that outfit. Yeah.
This outfit, like in the sun, quite dreamy, with a lot of hands and stuff. So we did like 2 different looks. Yeah, if that's what you were asking. Yeah, it was just in the beach in Lithuania.
Cool. Again, you have the coolest photos.
Thanks.
And also the coolest outfits.
I pay for them a lot though. I just feel like the image is so important. What I do think it's getting a bit boring that all of my artwork is me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't think it's boring, but I get what you mean.
It's just like something new. It needs something new. And the first ones were a bit more like I would be like somewhere far away in the beach, like running. But recently it's just me. Yeah. So I need to find someone that could like maybe do some art. But I feel like it's so tricky with that because what if I don't know what I want for the cover? I can give a few ideas, a few color ideas. But what if they come up with something, they spend so much time with it, and I just don't like it? What then?
Yeah. I guess you've got to like really like look into like the artist and their work and like see like if their stuff is even your vibe to begin with.
I just like don't. I'd like to know someone that would do it for cheap, but also would really like to dedicate time into it.
Would you ever give it a go yourself?
I feel like I'm quite bad for that. Not good at drawing. Not good at like. I don't know. It's very tricky to like style things. To maybe not style is a wrong word. You know when you're doing your brand and you're just trying to do it like aesthetically, you know, all of the like press release and whatever, like it's really hard because something that might look great for your eyes because you did it so it looks great, then someone come up and says that's really bad, like the font is so ugly, or like you know where the text is really bad.
So I feel to always get a second opinion.
Yeah, or even like third and fourth as well. But thank you. That's really nice.
I feel like when I imagine you, like in my head, you're like the colors that I kind of associate with you is like kind of like a camo green, like you've got now, and pink, and those are like the two colors which I'm like, great.
Thank you.
But that's also because I'm really jealous of your pink glittery base. Like, I'm so jealous of it.
It's so great. I think I made a little bit of a mistake buying it. So it's Sire jazz bass, Marcus Miller jazz bass, and I feel like it's so bright, the tone of it. You can definitely like, you know, do all those knobs and whatever to change it, but it's naturally bright. It's for Marcus Miller. I think, I don't want to be wrong, like if someone's watching and like they will correct me or whatever, but it's like that type of bass is used for, you know, like Never Too Much with like a lot of slapping and stuff. Because I think Marcus Miller played Never Too Much. I'm too scared to say, I don't know.
I have no clue, so
maybe not. And that's like his basses, and it's too bright, and I don't slap ever. Like I need to learn that. It's great, but I don't know how to do it. It's way too early for me to do that. And I feel like I'd need like more of I don't know, some sort of like, I don't even know. My style is changing constantly. So, but then again, you know, coming back to Dan again, he can make any bass sound awesome. It just depends on the player.
Yeah,
I think. And when you're bad, like me, it sounds bad. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would not as in like you're bad, but like it's something that I mean, I have. Whenever my friends start talking about like guitar tone, I'm always like, what? I remember, so Rory, who was on the first episode of this, I think before we started filming, he actually was fixing my guitar and everything, and I was like, I have no idea what you're doing, but thanks.
Oh, what was he like?
I think the bridge was too high, and then like all of those knobs and like that little switch, I have no idea what it does. He did tell me, I just forgot.
Oh, I always forget.
But that's just, I'm just not a guitar. I also quite like playing on acoustic actually, more than electric.
I wanna learn a bit on acoustic. I really wanna write on that, just the tone, and you can do so many like nice clashy chords. Yeah, even just a simple like ninth chord sounds awesome.
I always do like picky bits.
Like arpeggio little things.
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it. But... Sorry, I just had a dog. Anyways, your EP. So I guess this will be out. So if you can talk about it. I mean, obviously, I'll know before it's out. I won't tell anyone. Yeah. I signed an NDA. But yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yes. So the EP is coming out on the 23rd of May, which will probably already out.
Came out.
It's called Cry in Color, and it's the opposite of what I did with my first EP, Grey. So that was very live instruments, very sad and, you know, sort of heartbroken like songs. And this one is dancey, it's R&B, it's colorful. It's like saying Cry in Color. It's like if you but so so much to say. The songs are fun and like funky and colorful, but they actually talk about, if you listen to the lyrics, they're actually about, you know, some bad stuff, like some losses, or, you know, your partner is like whatever. I'm not gonna go into the detail, but it's talking about sad things, problems, uncomfortable things, but in like, you know, a positive setting, funky, fun rhythm, colorful stuff. So it's sort of saying like, if you're chatting about those like sad things, might as well just do it in color this time, you know, like do it in the positive side rather than crying with grey music. So yeah, it's all about that. I wrote all of the music in my last year of uni, so it's a lot about my feelings then, and I think that's pretty much it. That sort of describes the music. It's R&B, it's pop. It's like, I like to say like pop girl era, with like the pink, you know, all of that. It's not pink and pop enough to be real pop girl, you know, like Sabrina or Chapel and stuff, but it's my type of that. It's like, you know, with still like little like harmony bits and like cool vocals and stuff like that. Yeah.
Has it been a waterfall release? So like it's different and like Juice?
No, I want to do a waterfall release, but I think DistroKid isn't doing that either at the moment or at all.
So different, and like Juice are just
so I released Skinny Bones, different, and Juice are singles, and then in the EP there's going to be one more song which you played strings for in the live version, which will be coming out a week after the EP release.
Wow, that's probably about the same time as this then.
Yeah.
Probably just before this.
Yeah.
How many tracks are in the EP?
So far,
it's
4 tracks. I was gonna do another one, and then we started working on it, and I was like, no, this is a shit song. It's not, but I don't want to spend money on it because I don't think it's worth it. I don't think, you know, and it's because then I was like, oh, but then it's just 4 songs. Is it enough? Like, people have heard those 3 already, and there's just going to be 1 new song. But it's more to sort of close the chapter, more to like send out to people as well, you know, when you're showing what's your music, what do you do live, that's like the example of what's my music at the minute and what I would be playing. And yeah, to sort of close that door, this was my pop girl era. Now it's a different thing. Yeah.
Do you have any gigs coming up related to it, or just
haven't booked anything at the minute. I'm waiting for a few replies from festivals, so no, I cannot invite people to anything at the minute, but there will be something in Lithuania, something really big that I'm very excited about. Maybe I'll get some videos from that. Maybe I'll live stream it.
If anyone's in Lithuania, they can
by accident.
I mean, I don't know how you ended up here, but if you are,
but maybe I'll live stream it. Actually, that would be cool. Like Instagram live or something, or a TikTok live.
Yeah. So you have TikTok as well.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll find you on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as usual, I'll put all of Grete's stuff down in the description. Like, comments. Oh god. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Well, yes.
thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's been interesting.
It went so quickly.
I feel like it always goes quickly, and then I check the time. It's been like an hour, and I'm like, oh my god. I don't know how long.
It was like it was 50 minutes.
So I'll check when we finish. But
we check it. It's like 3 hours, right?
Imagine.
Yeah.
Of you.
Cut.